Good morning, everybody. Hi, guys. Starting to see faces popping up here. How are you guys doing today? Happy Friday. Welcome to another live session. Hi, Monica. How are you? Today's topic is about tips to help you stay accountable. Good morning, Lenore or Linor. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Wonderful community. I like that. It's amazing. You guys are amazing. Showing up here every week and committed to doing the work. I'm really proud of you guys, all of you. So if you are new, this is your first live session with me. My name is Emilio Jose Garcia. I am the co-founder of KW Professional Organizers, and since 2012 I have been helping people with organization, minimalism, and self-care, just helping them create a thriving lifestyle, a lifestyle that they love. And I do that by helping them master the basics of life. And the basics of life are like what you eat, sleeping, home organization, time management, personal finances, all the things that we have to do. All of us need to do those things. And so many of us are caught into the day-to-day life that we don't have any time or energy left to do anything else. And I want to really help you create time for those things. The things that you really want to do, but you never find time for. Good morning, creative. So how to do that? I always share about the how to, but today is more about once you have decided something, how can you stay accountable to it? How can you actually work towards what you said you wanted to work? And I came up with a list of like probably 10 or 12 things that came to mind because it's a very tricky topic. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very simple to decide. I wanna lose weight. I wanna organize my home. I want to pay my debt. But it's a very different thing to actually create the habits that you need to make that a reality. And the day-to-day starts happening, and a majority of the times our good intentions get dissolved during the day-to-day busyness of life. Everything is busy, maybe you don't have structure for things yet, and then time goes, the day goes by, and you ask yourself, where did the day go? What did I do? I have no idea. I didn't have time to do what I wanted to do. So, hi Nati. So, a few things. Before getting started, guys, I just want you to type on the chat, like, do you struggle to keep yourself accountable? Do you? Yes or no? And just maybe just use a scale, okay? On a scale 0 to 10. 0 being I struggle all the time, and 10 being I never struggle. I guess if you are a 10, you will not be here. But just write down, like, where are you falling in there? Are you like a 5? Are you a 3? So a 3 will be I'm almost all the time failing at keeping myself accountable. An 8, 7, 8 will be like I am doing pretty good, but I still drop the ball in some areas. And just be honest with yourself, okay? There is nothing wrong here. We are becoming aware, and I just honor you for being here and shine the light on that specific aspect. In my case, I would say probably I will fall on a 6 or 7, I think. Yeah, I think that will be accurate. Because there are things in my life that I would like to change, but I'm kind of like procrastinating, I'm dropping the ball, and sometimes I'm not consistent, right? And there are other things that I am consistent with. For example, these live sessions, a great example. Why do I do them? Because they help me stay accountable to myself. Because you guys are waiting for me. Because I promise you that I will show up at 10 a.m. today. If I didn't promise you that, and I was to do a live Facebook that no one is waiting for me, I have the opportunity to say, I'll do it tomorrow. You see? So that's a way for me to stay accountable, and that's a tool. Okay, so we have a 6, we have a 3. Have list many times, not successful. A 6, good morning. A 7, hi Sarah, hi Kim. 5, I can be really good, and then not. That's interesting, Kim. For those of you who are really good sometimes and sometimes are not, like, are you aware of the why? Are you aware of what's going on here? Like, why is that happening? So we have a 5, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3. So it's really important, and I just want to emphasize, guys, how important it is to really understand this, because if you don't understand this and I get to the how-tos and techniques, it doesn't matter, because if you don't get to actually do them, what's the point of even knowing what they are? And some of the secrets here is to become aware of why are you not being accountable to something that is important to you, to something that you decided you wanted to do. I'm not talking about someone pointing at you and saying you have to do this. No, I'm saying you reflecting, you deciding, I want to do this. I want to be Juliana, good morning. So I am asking you guys, the session today is all about how to stay accountable to yourself. So when you decide to do something in your life, how can you actually make it happen day to day? How can you create the new habits and routines that you need to make that thing a reality? And I was asking, on a scale 0 to 10, how will you define yourself? How much can you keep yourself accountable? So when you promise yourself something, do you actually do it, or do you drop the ball? And 0 being I drop the ball all the time, 10 is I never drop the ball. So where do you fall? What's your number? Are you a 5, like 50% of the time? Are you a 7, 70% of the time? Or are you a 3, 30% of the time? Okay? Sometimes really good, 8, 9, decluttering poor, 3, 4. So Diane, great. You are narrowing down what area of your life you are lacking, right? And that's great. That's a great question for me to ponder. Kim, yeah, money. So the fact that you don't even, the fact that you can even think about a number, that's a great sign that we are moving forward, okay? Need to help each other. We are moving forward because I planted a seed in your head. Now you're gonna be wondering, like, oh, I have no idea. Am I a 3? Am I a 5? Am I a 7? Now you're gonna start watching yourself. Now you're gonna start thinking, when am I dropping the ball? What are the things that I said I wanted to do, but I never got to it? Okay, thank you, Emilio, for the explanation. No worries, Juliana. Just reflect about the number. Rosemary says 8, 9 for others, for myself a 5. That's very common, guys. We give, and then we have nothing left for ourselves. And that's a problem only when you feel drained. That's only a problem when you feel that you are neglecting yourself. Some people have so much energy that they can give all the time, but they also have energy for themselves. Because for those people, giving is receiving. When they are giving, they are feeling energized. For some people, when they are giving, they are draining themselves. And this is going to be unique for everybody. So you need to really reflect and see how you feel. Okay? How do you feel when you do things? So I must confess that right now I will be a 4. That's nothing wrong with that, Juliana. The fact that you are even putting a number to it means that you are ahead of the game, because you are already aware of it. I tend to put other people's needs before my own. That's pretty normal, Sarah. So guys, now that you are aware, I will invite you to really maybe reflect about, when are you dropping the ball? Okay, for those of you who are maybe a 7, or you said a 6, what's that 40% like that you are dropping the ball? Like, what area of your life is that? Is that a specific area? Just think about it. Just think, is that maybe in my finances? Is that maybe in my home when I'm trying to organize? Is that with my time management? Is that with my ability to say no to things that I don't want to do, and they steal my time, and I cannot have time to do the things that are important to me? Like, start diving deeper into the reason of why you selected that number. Okay? And that's going to help you become aware even deeper of the why. Because guys, if you don't know where you are lacking, I'm gonna give you all these techniques, but you will not know where to implement them. You will not know where to get started. I feel so overloaded in every area. Okay, BD. That's a very general, um, in every area. So that means that your life it feels like chaos. It feels like you have no control over anything. Is that what you are feeling? Like everything in your life is a mess? Is that how you feel? Because sometimes, guys, and it's normal to feel that way sometimes in life. Sometimes life throws a lot of stuff at you and you just cannot digest everything. You just cannot manage everything. When that happens, it's really important to go back to the basics. It's really important to really shed your life of everything that is not necessary and give yourself time and space to kind of recover and then come back at life with new eyes, with new energy. And the way to do that is to declutter your life as much as you can, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, time management wise, all the tasks that you are involved with. Try to minimize your life as much as you can so that you have time for yourself, that you have time to heal, you have time to digest whatever is happening in your life. And then when you feel ready, you then get started doing the things that you were doing before if they are still important to you. But just try to just manage the basics of life and try to like gain energy, gain awareness, allow yourself time for reflection. I don't know if that's helpful. I don't know if that's helpful for you, BD, or not. I hope it is. I'm struggling with follow through because my energy fluctuates a lot due to health issues. I'm trying to be more okay with this and change the plan if need to. Sarah, very nice. That's something that I have in here, right? Becoming aware of your energy rhythm and plan your day accordingly. That's really, really important because if you are not aware of your energy rhythm, if you are trying to force yourself to do something maybe early in the morning and maybe you are not a morning person and your energy levels in the morning are not very high and you are trying to achieve very demanding tasks in the morning, you are gonna probably fail. So understanding your energy rhythm, right? Like when do you have your high energy during the day? When do you have your low energy during the day? And then try to plan the activities and the tasks accordingly. For example, in my personal case, it takes me a little bit to get going in the morning. And I don't like using an alarm clock. So I wake up when my body wakes up. And that normally happens at around 6:30, but I enjoy staying in bed for a little bit longer. So I normally get up at 7:30, 8. That's my sweet spot. And I don't like getting up and go, go, go. I like getting up and then having maybe 1 hour of, I have my coffee, I get my daughter ready, we have breakfast, we sit down on a table. So my day starts slowly, right? And then after I drop her on daycare, my energy levels is normally 80-90%, and that's when I can, boom, get started doing a lot of stuff. And then at around noon, my energy levels drop a little bit. And then I would say for a couple of hours, they are kind of like middle, 50%, 40%. And then they rise again all the way until like 6, 7 p.m. And then they drop quite drastically to the point that I don't want to do very demanding tasks. I just want to enjoy, do something that is very mindless, that doesn't require a lot from me. So that's how I operate, okay? So what is your energy rhythm? Just become aware of it and write it down. Just monitor yourself if you don't know this. And the way to monitor yourself is start tracking your time, start tracking your mood, start tracking your energy levels during the day. You can just grab a piece of paper and say 0 to 10, and then 10 is you feel the most energized, 0 is you feel the most tired. And then just do like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., all the way to like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. or whatever time you go to bed, and then start tracking that for maybe a few days, okay? If you do a full week, that's great because you will do Monday to Friday and then the weekend. And for the majority of us, weekdays and weekend are different because we normally don't work during weekends, we do during the week. So a week is a great reflection of how your life looks like because the week repeats itself, right? So try to do that for maybe 1 week or 2 weeks if you can, and then track your energy levels and see where you are at. Maybe it is chaos and I have been coping for so long that I have adapted. My spirit and body knows it wants to take it to the next level and wants to live differently. So I've poked at making change. It's so slow, and now, what is the balance in my job? I can do it well when it's chaotic. Okay. I'm making slow progress. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing, BD. It's amazing that you guys are willing to share, and the more you share, the more you are gonna grow and change. And that's the way it is. The more you give, the more you share, the more you open up yourself, the more you're gonna be able to progress. The faster you're gonna be able to make change, because you are opening yourself up for feedback, you are opening yourself up for like help, your mindset is gonna change, you are typing down the reality of your life right now. And this is another thing, guys. You need to embrace, you need to accept where you are right now. You have to be okay with knowing I am right now here. Maybe I am a 3. Maybe I am doing a really bad job keeping myself accountable. But you can always change that. But you are honoring where you are at. You are embracing it, you are accepting it, and then you are observing it. Why is that happening this way? What do I need to learn from here so that I can move on to an area that I feel better? I can make the required changes that I need to create the life that I want. Okay? Perfectionism. Good one. Thank you for listening, Emilio. That helped to just respond to your question. Absolutely, it helps, BD. And as I'm saying, like, for those of you who take the time to actually think about it, type it in the chat, you are making a lot of progress, even if you are not aware of it. Because you are naming everything. You are shining the light on the things that are happening in your life with compassion, without judgment, with curiosity. And then we're gonna dive into the how to change things, okay? For me, it's not easy to discover my rhythm right now. We'll put attention. Juliana, I struggle with that so many times, okay? Why? Because I'm self-employed. I have no structure. And so many times I think, what can I do to really understand what's going on in my life? And what I do, I just track my week. And I'm happy to show you how I do it. So this is one of my older journals. And anytime I feel that I lost track of what I do and I have no idea where my time is going, I do this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is basically a full week, Monday to Sunday, okay? And I have my time frames here that go normally from 5 a.m. until 12 p.m. I normally get up, as I'd say, between 7 and 8, and I normally go to bed at around 10 to 11, depending on the day. But then I will have this notebook beside me all the time, and then I will actually track what I'm doing. By doing this, a few things happen here, guys. And I know it may sound like, wow, this is a lot of work. That's good. First thing, I have to force myself to track what I'm doing. So it's less likely for me to be distracted because I have to log it. And if I'm not doing anything and I cannot write anything, I'm gonna catch myself doing nothing. It's not doing nothing. It's not that doing nothing is bad. It's that if I decided to do something different and I find myself doing something that I didn't plan for, that I didn't set the intention for, I am gonna question myself, why am I doing this right now? So I start tracking down, and maybe I find myself, I'm checking emails 15 times a day. I am like checking social media like 3 hours a day. So you start catching yourself doing something that, and then you start realizing like, why am I doing this way? And again, you are observing yourself, you are not judging, you are just tracking the reality. And when you have a full week, I normally do this for a couple of weeks, okay? So if you see like I will have 1 week here, and then the next page will be another week here, and then sometimes even 3 weeks. But I think 1 week it's enough. Then you start seeing the reality of your life. You start seeing where your time is going, you start seeing, and then you start adding comments. Like, I feel drained here, after doing this I felt great, wow, like getting up at this time was great, or getting up at this time, it sucked, I didn't like it. Yesterday I went to bed at 11 p.m. and I was so tired this morning. Or the following day I went to bed at 9 p.m. and I feel great in the morning. Whatever comes up for you, track it, log it, okay? And then after that, you design what I call your ideal week. And doing your ideal week means that you can start creating a week that you like doing, that looks like this. This is one example, okay? This is 1 week that you can color in. Again, you just type Monday to Sunday, and then you just create the week there. And then you just start tracking yourself, the things that you want to see in your life. And then you can use habit trackers that look like this, right? And then you can write here the habits that you are trying to create, and then you can color in there if you are doing them or not. And what's happening here is that you start tracking the reality, you start becoming aware of what you are doing, what you are not, you start questioning yourself about, why am I not doing this? Okay, it's a graphic snapshot and it works wonders. The truth is hard to swallow, but it's healing. The work feels good, it builds resilience. I appreciate that you are keeping us accountable by being here. Amazing. So the first step, guys, once you become aware of your habits, of your routines, of the things that you want to change, and for those of you who are struggling with this, I do have a self-care audio course here on Insight Timer that you can take, okay? It's called Improve Your Mental Health with Self-Care. It's a 10-day course. And in this course, I give you practical exercises. We do a visualization, we do affirmations, we do breath work, we do mirror work, we do a body scan, and then we go through all the different things that you can do to track your energy levels, to really track your emotions. And when you become aware of all of this, you can use these tools in every area of your life when you need it. And if you are lacking awareness of where your energy level is, you can use some of these tools to become aware of that. I really encourage you to do that course if you are unsure on how to do this, okay? So once you become aware, it's very important to create your personal mission. Can be your life vision, can be your why, can be a vision board, can be your life statement, your life core values, however you want to call it. But you have to write down what is it that you want to see in your life, okay? And why. And I will encourage you to do this in a way that is inspiring. Try to find a sentence that describes what you are trying to do, that when you read it, you feel like, yes, that's what I want. It feels so good. You feel inspired, motivated, and then you will more likely do it. Okay? So the problem for me is that when my health issues flare up, I can keep up with my plan for the day or week and then have to adapt. I'm thinking a lot of things I can do when low energy might be useful. A checklist can... Yeah, Sarah, this is awareness. And again, in your situation, you have a specific health situation that requires specific attention. So you just have to be aware of that, and you have to be realistic. When you are creating your week, just you need to allow time for flexible time, I call it, that sometimes it's required for self-care, for rest, especially if your health issues are causing you to be drained, causing you to be tired, causing you to have headaches, whatever that is for you, you need to become aware of all the limitations that you are facing right now, okay? And create a week that is gentle with yourself, a week that is realistic, a week that you can actually accomplish. And when you cannot, because of these problems, you don't be disappointed. You already know that that's a possibility. You already know that sometimes that's gonna be the reality, and you just have to work through it. Is there anything that you can do to improve your health? Is there anything you can work towards to improve that area of your life? And if it's not, then you have to accept it. You have to create a lifestyle that facilitates the things that you need, taking in account your limitations, your reality, right? And your reality may change. I hope this is helpful, okay? So the way for you to name your life vision, I share in another life a way to do it. For example, this is one way of doing it. You just basically have every area of your life, the ones that make sense to you, and then you just write down what you want to do. If this is overwhelming for you, just write down what you are trying to change. Can be just one thing, okay? Can be just, I want to get out of bed. I want to organize my kitchen. I want to spend more time with my children. I want to go traveling. Whatever that is, write it down. Just the first thing that comes to mind. What do you want to change? Okay? Write it down. Then you say, just explain yourself the why. Why do you want to do this? And then you use the why because, guys, if you just tell me, Emilio, I want to declare my kitchen, and you say like this, how motivated are you going to be? But if you say, I want to declare my kitchen, why? Because I want to start a new diet, because if my kitchen is organized, everybody in my family are gonna be able to help me make meals, because this new diet requires me to have my blender here and I don't have counter space right now, because when I do this diet, I'm gonna feel energized, and when I feel energized, I'm gonna have more time to do, you see, oh, and then your life is gonna become better and better. And then just not my tone of voice, it's increasing. Look at my eyes, it's like, yeah, that's what I want for you. Keep going until you feel energized, until you feel motivated, until you feel inspired, and start writing down those words, and then write it really big and put it somewhere where you can see it every day. Put a calendar reminder that shows up every day. Remind yourself of why you are doing this. Why do you want to call this into your life? Okay? And if you don't have this, guys, it's gonna be very difficult for you to like push yourself to do anything. And then keeping yourself accountable to do something that is not inspiring to you, it's gonna be a recipe for disaster, because you are not inspired, you are not energized, you are not motivated. So that's why you need to really find that thing that really pulls you. Instead of you pushing yourself really hard to do the process, something really bigger than you, something that is attracting you, is like pulling you instead, right? That's way easier for you than having to push yourself to do something that feels like pulling teeth, right? Like So what's coming up for you guys? I wish I had your energy and enthusiasm. Karen, let me tell you that so many times I have no energy. So many times I feel lonely, I feel drained, and I have to do something to create the energy. That's why I use all these things, guys. That's why I have my creation here, that I can read it anytime I need. That's why every time I open my journal, that's why I see these things. That's why I see this in my journal. Every time I open my journal, I see this. Every time I open my journal, I see this. Every time I open my journal, I see this. And that's why when I'm doing things, I have fun. I try to listen to things that I enjoy. I try to watch things that inspire me. I try to read something that inspires me. Guys, we all have highs and lows. And the fact that you are seeing me here energized during this hour doesn't mean that I have energy all the day. Doesn't mean that I'm doing everything perfectly in life. No way. Everybody needs cues. Everybody needs strategies to keep themselves accountable, to keep themselves energized. I juggle all the time with my balls, guys, all the time. Why do I juggle? Because anytime I feel lonely, anytime I feel like I've been sitting for a long time and I need movement, I need playfulness in my life, juggling gives me all those things in just a few seconds. That's why I do it all the time. And sometimes I don't want to do it, but when I do it, I know that after a few minutes of doing that, even a few seconds, I'm gonna feel better. And then my energy levels are gonna rise, I'm gonna feel more playful, and then I can go back to what I was doing, and hopefully I can do it better. Okay? So I want to live simply. I brought it a bit free, so I want to have more time to make art. Amazing, BD. So you wanna live more simply. I think you have to be a little bit more specific about that, okay? But I love that you say you wanna have more time to make art. So that's your why, BD. I'm pretty sure if I were in front of you asking the question, I'm pretty sure if I were asking you, why do you want to do this? And I will ask you, how are you planning on simplifying your life? What does that mean? Are you planning on decluttering physically a specific space? Are you planning on being better with your time management? What are you trying to do? And remember to be smart when you are setting your goals, okay? SMART, are you guys familiar with the SMART acronym? SMART means specific, measurable, attainable, time-bound, okay, and relevant and time-bound. So those are the things that you guys need to do when you are setting yourself goals. Always growing. I want to have more space, less things. Okay, So amazing. So BD, you are trying to have more physical space, right? I think, or mental space, or space in your calendar. Like, see, we're trying to be more specific so that you can get started doing the things that you want, so that you can call in what you want to call in your life, that is creating more art. And that's the reason that you are going to use to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself accountable. Thank you, BD, for writing that down. So, Carly, smart means, for example, let's say that BD says, okay, I want to create more space for my art. I will ask her, okay, you need to be more specific. And specific means that when the process is finished, what do you see? And she could say something like, by the end of this process, my craft room is gonna be clear, the countertop is gonna be clear, everything is gonna have a specific home, and nothing is gonna be on the ground. That can be very specific, okay? Measurable, that's measurable. You have to have something to measure it with, okay? And for her, measuring that space will be nothing on the counters, nothing on the floor, and everything has a dedicated space, okay? Attainable is something that she can actually do. Because if she says, I want to run a marathon 100 kilometers, and she has never run in her life, aiming for that is going to be a little bit unattainable, because physically speaking, your muscles are not going to, you know what I mean? So attainable has to be something that you can actually complete, okay? Relevant is what I'm just saying. Like, for her, it's relevant because she's looking forward to making more art. She wants to make that a priority in her life. And relevant means that it's relevant to you. It is a priority to you. It is important to you. Because if you're trying to do something that is not relevant to you, it's going to be pulling teeth. It's going to be really hard. And you are not going to be able to motivate yourself to do it because it's just not important to you. So relevant. And time bound means you need to have a deadline. If you don't have a deadline, procrastination comes in. Perfectionism comes in. I will never finish the room to how I envision it. You will never finish it. Perfectionism is there. Or I will do it tomorrow. I will do it next week. You are procrastinating. When you have a time, like a deadline, say, I'm gonna be completing this project by next Sunday. And then you go to your calendar and then you start blocking time and then you start planning your project, and then by that Sunday it's gonna be complete. So that's what SMART goal means, okay? Okay, so Alejandra, I want time to travel but no money. So I have to work, and I feel miserable. Alejandra, I traveled the world for 2.5 years. Okay? I was spending almost no money. How was I doing that? I was leveraging a lot of communities. I was using buffing, willing organic, willing workers on organic farms. I was doing an exchange of time, 2 to 4 hours a day of my work in exchange of accommodation and food. I was hitchhiking, okay? And then the only thing I had to pay were flights and stuff like that. But honestly, with a very, very little budget, I was able to stay traveling for 2.5 years. In Southeast Asia, it's very cheap living there. And in Australia, New Zealand, I was using couch surfing. I was using HelpX. I was using boothing. There are a lot of communities out there that allow you to volunteer your time in exchange of accommodation and food. So don't limit yourself. There is a website called Trusted House Sitters that you can actually, someone may go on vacation and they need someone in their home to take care of their pets, take care of their plants, maybe have someone at home, turn lights on and off, stuff like that. And you don't have to pay to do that. There is something that you can exchange your flat for someone else in a different country. There are different solutions out there, so don't limit yourself. What is this word, buffing? It's willing, it's W. I'm trying to type it on the chat, okay? There you go, buffing. Can I ask how old you were when you did this? I was 28. I want to be able to have my home in a state that allows me to potentially rent it out for some time. I want to be free to travel. I want to have time and energy for things that really matter and not spend time cleaning and maintaining so much stuff. Okay, more things that I did when I was traveling, guys. Before going traveling, I had someone else living with me, like for a year. Okay, I did Airbnb. We did here in this house. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. We share one of our bedrooms, and every month our rent was almost paid with the Airbnb rental that we were getting. Okay, so that's another way for us to create revenue when we were starting our business and we didn't have enough income to sustain ourselves. And we wanted to travel, and every year we have gone to Spain at least once every year. And we didn't make a lot of money, guys. We didn't. Another thing that we did when we started our business, we live in a community full of students. Okay, so every 3 months or 4 months, a lot of students leave and new students came. And the renters, the tenants of all the places where they live, they used to put all the stuff on the site just for garbage. So we collected everything and we sold it to the new students that were coming. And we were making a good income from that too. So there are so many ways of you guys to be creative, so many ways of you guys to be able to create extra income or to make your dreams a reality if you are open and if you are curious. Because I drop the ball so often, I don't know what attainable is. I lost faith in myself to follow through. Carly, you need to go back to the basics, okay? You need to start doing things and completing them, very simple ones, so that you start gaining momentum and you start gaining accountability with yourself and confidence. So try to create very micro mini goals and try to like scratch them every day. Look, another thing that I did for a few weeks, something like this, guys. Okay, so it's a piece of paper, okay, and then I put it in this plastic cover, and then I use one of those markers that you can erase, and then I just was trying to do this every day. So 5 chin-ups, 10 knees up, 10 push-ups, meditation, deep breathing 3 times, juggling, playing my piano, and petting my cat Negrito. So I was trying to do this every day. At least 1 time, and sometimes 2 or 3 times, okay? I have 3 times here. So sometimes I will do this 1 or 2 times, but let me tell you one thing. Every day I was getting up, and if I was able to complete these things and put a thing, like scratch, 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 my confidence level was to the roof already. And if you think like doing 5 chin-ups, I have like a climbing board. I just have to do this. Maybe, I don't know, 1 minute. Doing 10 knees up, maybe 1 minute, less than that. 10 push-ups, probably 30 seconds. Meditation can be 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Deep breathing. Done. Juggling, I can just juggle 10 seconds. Playing the piano, I can just do a couple of scales. And then petting Negrito, 3 seconds. So honestly, in like 10-15 minutes, I can do this. And the energy level that I have, the confidence, just get started very small and start building from there, okay? Start accomplishing things. Make your bed first thing in the morning. Making your bed is such a simple thing, but all of a sudden it's like, it just feels good. It's like, oh, my room looks tidy already. It's good. I can use my bed. I can lay down again. I can work here. I can read here. I can fold the laundry here. So start doing very, very little things, okay? I know how to be creative. Oh my gosh, I do that too on my fridge. Can we see Negrito? Actually, yeah, you can see Negrito. Let me see if I can move the computer enough to... You guys see Negrito behind the laundry? I have the laundry there because I wanted to show you the laundry too. He's sleeping there. You see him there? Yeah. I have the laundry there because those are my daughter's diapers. And I just wanted to show you guys... There you go. So I just wanted to show you guys. So these are my daughter's diaper, okay? So we do like these reusable diapers, okay? Have it here because do you think I like doing them? Do you think I like washing them? Do you think I like that task? No, I don't. But I have to do it, right? So strategies for me to actually do that and be on time, okay, and actually do it and don't procrastinate, because I have friends that they started doing this, they dropped the ball, and now they only use disposable ones because it's too much work and it's just too much energy. For me, it was important. My core value was I'm trying to produce as little waste as I can. So for me, using disposable diapers is wasteful. Only when it's necessary. Now she goes to daycare and it's necessary there. But before and at home, I always use these ones. So for me, ways for me to stay accountable. When I do the laundry, I don't just do the laundry and that's it. I use timers like this. Okay, I have 2 of them. I say, okay, now I'm cooking dinner. I'm watching my favorite show on Netflix. I am reading a book. While I'm doing that, I put the washing machine and I put the timer. The timer beeps, beep, 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 beep. I go down, I put it on the dryer or I hang it out if it's nice day. Put the timer back, beep, 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 beep. I go and get it and then I fold it and then I put it away. While I put it away, I am watching my show. I may be listening to something that I enjoy, okay? I may be using my speaker if there is no one at home, or I may use this Bluetooth set. I may listen to a call that I have to listen to. I may be listening to a podcast. I may be watching a show. I may be watching something interesting to me, news, whatever. But I'm not just doing a task that I don't like. I'm doing something else on top of that. Okay? So this is a way for me to stay accountable to doing the diapers because I don't like doing them. Same with the laundry. I don't like doing laundry, but you have to do it. You have to wash your clothes. And it's not fair that my wife always does it. So we always do 50% each, right? Because if we don't, we get frustrated with each other because why am I her slave and why is she doing it for me all the time if she doesn't like it either, right? It's different if she loves it and I hate it, then she doesn't, fine. But in our case, neither of us like doing it, but we have to do it. So those are ways for us to actually stay accountable, right? It's probably better for baby reusable diapers, gentle cloth. Exactly, I always say that sometimes I have to do things we don't, and it's okay as long as it's not something bad. Yeah, awesome. So again, yesterday, for example, this week I'm alone with Eva. My wife is on a trip. She's on a kayak trip the whole week, okay? And I'm just alone with Eva, with Negrito, working and all that stuff. So how do I manage my time to make sure that I can do everything without draining myself? By using these strategies, guys. If I don't use these strategies, I will be miserable. I will be feeling bad. I will be like not feeling fulfilled. So I have to be very creative about yesterday, for example. We came home and then while Eva was playing in the kitchen, I was making dinner. I had eggplant in the oven cooking for sandwiches. I had the diapers in the thing. And then I was listening to a call I had to be on. And I was multitasking a lot, right? But I know that by doing that, then everything is done. And then after, when she goes to bed, I have time for myself uninterrupted. I don't have to do the dishes. I don't have to clean up. I don't have to do the laundry. I don't have to do any of those things because for me, there is nothing worse than being tired, putting Eva to bed, and then having to do all those things. Then I will be drained. I will be like, what the hell? Why am I living for? I don't have time for myself, blah, blah, blah. So I understand how I feel, right? So I try to do that. I try to establish strategies to help me with that. Okay, so do you find writing goals and accomplishments physically is more effective than using a computer? Absolutely. That's why I do these things, right? That's why you see me doing these things. Like this is my self-care list, okay? This is my vision, my life vision, that every time I look at it, I feel inspired. And I explained this before, but basically this is my family, my core value. And then I create content and I do live sessions and I do one-on-one coaching and I put all that stuff into the world. And then the world rewards me with money. And then when I have money, I can have time for my activities. I can have time for self-development so that I can keep learning. And then that helps us be able to travel, be able to like have fun in life. So when I look at this is the life I want, guys. And this reminds me of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because so many times creating content is not easy. It requires a lot of inspiration, motivation, and sometimes I need tools to keep myself excited. Do you find, oh, that's cool. I like that vision. Yeah. So just keep trying things until something clicks. This is another thing that we do every now and then, every few months, like a creation, right? And this is like, you have to set your intentions, guys. You have to write them down somewhere because we will forget. if you don't write them down, you will forget. And that's why habit trackers also are really important. Like when you are trying to form a new habit, like doing something like this is really important, right? Like just have a visual way for you to track how you are doing, to track, am I doing what I wanted to be doing? And if I am not, why? Written notes are one of my biggest challenges in terms of accumulation. But yeah, guys, I know I have this here because I know that that's a problem that everybody has. Post-its. And this is diving into one strategy that many of you have. It's visual reminders, okay? Visual reminders is what creates a lot of clutter. Visual reminders is when you rely on something visual for you to remember to do something. For some people, it's writing a post-it and then putting it on the screen. And it's the course you mentioned before on Insight Timer. Yes, Lenore, it's if you go to my profile on Insight Timer, you will find it, and it's the only course I have right now. It's a 10-day course, and it's called Improve Your Mental Health with Self-Care. Wow, so many good ideas for accountability. Thank you. So visual reminders are great when they are few. When you have a few visual reminders, they are fine. When you rely only on visual reminders, what happens is, like, if I have only one post-it on my computer with one thing I need to do, I'm very likely that I will do it because there is only one thing, maybe two things, maybe three things. If I have 25 that I can barely see my screen, it becomes a problem. It becomes something difficult to manage. Same with if I wanna imagine that I say, okay, I need to fix this speaker. I don't wanna forget, I have to take it to the shop. For example, I'm gonna leave it on the table. Or I actually have to write down, I have to give this notebook to my sister. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the table. Or I need to give this timer to my neighbor. I'm gonna put it on the table. Or this water bottle is for my mom. I'm gonna put it on the table. Or this notebook is not mine. I have to give it back to my neighbor. Or this journal is, I have to actually take it to print. Guys, can you see me? No? What's happening? What's happening is that you are creating clutter. And then all of a sudden, you just don't even know what to do because you have so many things in front of you. It becomes overwhelming. What to do with that? That shows that there is a lack of having a system that works for you. Okay? Thank you so much for your donation. Juliana, if piles of paper, I'm struggling with ideas without end. Ideas. Again, guys, you need to have a system. You need to create systems. And I have other content. Does this hit home laughing? Did you like how I bury myself in stuff so that you couldn't see me? Guys, that's the reality for so many people. And sometimes I find myself, like, my desk this morning was like that. I couldn't see my desk this morning because I had things that I wanted to do today, and I started putting them on my desk, and I couldn't see my desk. It's like, oh my God, Emilio, you are having too many visual reminders. So the way to tackle this is by utilizing different ways, okay? For example, I'm happy to share what I do now. I have this to-do list for work, okay? Things I have to do, I just have them in here. Things I have to do at home, I found that it works best for me. I have a board in the kitchen that I write with a marker, and my wife knows if she wants me to do something around the house, she knows that if she tells me, if she puts it in the calendar, most likely it's not gonna happen. She writes it on the board and it just gets done. Why? Because I see it every single time. I see it every day. Sometimes I don't have my phone with me. I don't want to look at my phone, but I always see the board. And if there are only 3 things in there, I will do them because I find time to do 3 things every day. I will not find time to do 25 things every day. Okay? So you have to be careful on how many visual reminders you have in front of you. And the way to do that, like, I use also my phone. I use Google Keep, for example, to keep lists of specific things. I use my Google Calendar for things. For example, for business, I create emails that they need to be sent every week, right? So I have a list of ideas for emails. So I have a dedicated, like, Google reminder that says emails for my business, KWPO. So I will create maybe 5 emails for 5 weeks in advance. I program them. And then I will set a reminder 5 weeks from now that says, Emilio, it's time to create new emails. I will leave it in my calendar and I forget about it. 5 weeks go by, and then that reminder comes up, and it's reminding me, oh, Emilio, you have to do your emails. Okay, now maybe I will write it here and say, you have to do your emails. Or maybe I will just do them right away. Same thing for social media, same thing for creating a course. I am in the process of creating a new course on Insight Timer about minimalism. So when that's approved, I have to find the time to do that. So what I will do, I will block some time in the calendar, or I will just write it here, create Insight Timer course, and then I will see it every day. And when it gets done, I will have a dedicated list of all the lessons. I have a Word document for all the lessons, all the content, all the audio recordings, all that has a permanent home in my computer, okay? But I need to remind myself to actually do it. And I set myself a deadline to say, I wanna have this finished by this time. So that's how I function in different ways, okay? You need to find your own way. Boy, does this hit home. So you have to find your way. For some people it's a physical to-do list. For some people it's using a bullet journal. Some people is using the phone and notes in the phone. Some people is using the calendar. Guys, this is very, very deep, and we can go really deep in here. I don't wanna spend more time in this, but that's how you do it. You have to find a system that works for you. So let me share with you the things that I have here for you, okay? So create your personal mission statement, a life vision, something that is really powerful, something that inspires you, okay? That's step number 1, okay? Really something that when you read it, you feel inspired. And put that somewhere that you can see it every single day. Then become aware of what you are doing right now that is not working. What are you doing right now that you don't like? What are you doing right now that you want to change? Okay? Become aware of your energy levels during the day. Become aware of the tasks that you want to do. Then do your creation. Set your intention by writing down the goals that you want to do in your life. You can only have one goal, or you can do what I show you, like have the different areas of your life and then write down like what you want to do. This is, guys, we do this very often. So you see a lot of stuff in here, but when we got started, we only had one thing on each. And even not that, maybe just 2 things on 2 areas of our lives, because it was enough. Now we can tackle these things because we are more familiar, we feel more confident, and we are familiar with the system. But just write down the things that you want to change in your life and prioritize what's important. Don't try to do everything all at once, okay? Then create your ideal week. Grab that week and then put in there the things that you want to do and see. Put them in your week. Then create SMART goals. Goals that are attainable, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and with a deadline, time bound, okay? Be aware of your energy levels. I said that. Create a to-do list and review it daily or weekly, and set time for reflection in your calendar, okay? Don't just do the list and forget about it. Really reflect. If you didn't do anything, if you didn't do something on your list, why? Were you trying to do too many things and you didn't have enough time? Is that something that is not relevant anymore? Question yourself on the why, because that's the way for you to become aware. What if you have too many to-dos on the list? How to then organize it? Sarah, when you have too many to-dos on your list, if you have too many things and it's overwhelming, that to-do list is not gonna be working for you. So you have to separate that in different areas, okay? Maybe you have a to-do list for work, maybe you have a to-do list for home, and if you have a to-do list for home that is endless, break it down in different ones. Maybe you have a to-do list for a renovation you are doing, maybe you have a to-do list for your garden, maybe you have your grocery list there, maybe you have a to-do list to organize your kitchen. Try to break your to-do list in projects, okay? And then you start prioritizing how you do those projects. What's most important? What's less important? Try to create micro goals that you can accomplish, okay? Because when you start accomplishing them, you're gonna start feeling confident, you're gonna start moving forward, and always allow for self-care time. Don't pack your calendar with everything, because you are not gonna be able to maintain that energy level all day long. You need to be aware of your self-care. You need to include activities that you enjoy. You need to celebrate and reward yourself when you do something. And if you don't have time to do everything you want, you are being too optimistic, and you have to declutter a little bit. And I'm not saying I'm not saying that you have to let go of things, but just put them on the side for later and prioritize the ones that are important to you, okay? Create a habit tracker, calendar reminders, sticky notes or notes on a board, something that is gonna remind you of the things that you wanted to do. Habit stacking is something really, really powerful, okay? Are you guys familiar with habit stacking? That means that you have a habit that you always do, and then you place a new habit on top of it. This is really good. I learned this from a book. I think it was Atomic Habits. I think it was the book. But basically, for example, in my case, I drink coffee every morning and I drink coffee at 3 p.m. every day. I like that habit. So that's a habit I have, okay? So if I want to maybe do mirror work and say, stand in front of a mirror and then tell myself that I love myself, tell myself that everything is okay, do a little bit of self-love. Imagine that I want to include that in my life every single day. I can try and do it. I know I'm drinking coffee every morning and I know I'm drinking coffee at 3 p.m. I'm going to add that new habit on top of the coffee drinking habit. So I may even take the mirror and put it beside my coffee mug or on top of it, okay? Like that. And then when I go to drink my coffee, I will see the mirror and that will remind me of, oh, I have to do my mirror work. So I'm not allowed to drink my coffee until I actually spend 10 seconds looking at myself in the mirror. When I do that a few days, guess what's gonna happen? It will become a habit. I will not need to put the mirror there. It will become something automatic. So you can do that for any habit that you are trying to create. But you have to start small, okay? Don't try to do 15 habits all at once. Start with one, repeat, and when it becomes a habit, include a new one, okay? Create a mission statement, become aware of what's not working, energy awareness. Thank you so much, BD, for typing this, okay? Always a pleasure to listen to your sessions. Thank you so much, E. Atomic Habits is amazing book, guys. Atomic Habits, read it. Failing is learning. Guys, allow yourself time to fail, time to try and test new things. Just tell yourself, I always tell myself, Emilio, you are about to do something different. You are about to create something new. You have no idea how to do this yet. You are gonna learn really quickly. I know you are, but you're not gonna be perfect the first, second, third, fifth time. So I want you to have fun, and if you fall, I want you to laugh. I want you to learn from it, and I want you to repeat it. And just think about that. Avoid perfectionism, guys. Allow yourself to do it. Get started. And I always go to, like, when my daughter Eva was learning how to walk. Do you think that she will give up the first time that she fell down? No, she just going and go until she's running. It's the same for us. You are trying to do something different, something new. Just have fun with it. Fail, fall. Try don't hurt yourself too much, but just don't be perfect, okay? No one is perfect. For those who have too many things on to-do list, read the book, The One Thing. The One Thing is also an amazing book. The One Thing, Essentialism is another great book. Essentialism, it's amazing. Celebrate every little win and reward yourself. Guys, celebrate the hell out of everything that you do. The little things. Guys, I have a board on my room here that I have gratitude and I have challenges. And every month I write down there, my wife and I, we write down all the things we are grateful for, all the things that we have accomplished, and then all the challenges that we faced. And then at the end of the month, when we close the month, my task is to type that into a Word document. I do that at the end of every month. And I type down the gratefulness and I type down the challenges. And when I'm typing it down, I'm reminding myself of everything I have completed. And sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes I'm feeling down, I'm feeling not productive, and then I go to the board, I stand in front of it, and I realize, wow, Emilio, you have done way more than other people can do in weeks. What are you talking about? It's just a way for you to see what you have done, okay? And having it visually is way more powerful than having it on a device. That's why we have a visual board in there. Okay, celebrate every win. Yeah, amazing. Be intentional about your time. Okay, say no to distractions and protect the time that you have created. Okay, Ways to do this. So first of all, you set the intention of the things that you want to do. Second, you create the time, okay? Third, you say no to everything that doesn't fit your goals. Everything that you don't want to do and you don't have to do, anything that is not a responsibility that you are responsible for, no. Thank you, but no. Sorry, I don't have time. Sorry, I have a doctor's appointment with myself. I am the doctor and I have an appointment with myself to produce art because that's really important for me. Okay? That's why I always tell people, like if I were to tell people, oh, Emilio, can you do this? If I were to tell them, no, I'm gonna go and juggle my balls. No, I'm gonna watch a Netflix episode. No, I wanna go for a run. No, I wanna actually like create my vision board. What do you think they will say? They will be like, I always tell them, sorry, I have a meeting. Sorry, I have a call. What do you, oh yeah, that's okay, fine, no problem. So if I were to say the other thing, people will be, oh, but that's not important. You can actually do what I'm asking you to do. No, I don't. That's my decision. That's my time, and be intentional with your time, okay? One technique here that you can guys try is the Pomodoro technique. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pomodoro technique. It's basically having a timer, okay? And then you set the timer in 15 minutes increments. You can tweak the times, but normally, let's say you set the timer for 15 minutes. Boom. And then you allow yourself to have focus time for 15 minutes. The timer beeps. You have a 5-minute break. Then you do 15 minutes again of focus work. Then 5-minute break. You do another 15 minutes of focus work, and then you do a 20-minute break. And then repeat. So you can tweak the times and you can tweak the breaks to fit your specific needs, but just type it, Pomodoro technique. It's amazing, guys. I use it sometimes. That's why I have this watch, because that way I don't have to look at my phone, and this watch has like a timer. And sometimes I just set this, or if not, you can have one of these. I recommend not using the phone because the phone you're gonna see emails, notifications, and you're gonna get distracted. So by doing that, you're gonna be focused, you're gonna allow yourself times with no distractions, and then you have a break, and then you are setting the intention. Now it's my time to work. Now it's my time for a break. Now it's my time to work. Now it's my time for a break. And in those breaks, I will encourage you to stand up and do something with movement, something that is different than standing in your computer if that's what you do. In my case, I stand up, I walk to the kitchen, I walk around, I juggle my balls, I play my guitar or my didgeridoo, I go and pet Negrito, whatever, okay? Share your goals with everybody. I know that this is not being accountable with yourself only, but share your goals with everybody in your atmosphere, in your environment, your family members, your children if you have children, your partner if you have a partner, your workmates, your neighbors. Just share what you are trying to do. Share your creations. Tell them your vision. Tell them what motivates you, okay? And then allow them to be a part of it. Because if you don't, they won't understand what you are doing. They won't understand anything. But if you include them in the process, they may support you, they may do it themselves, or they may not understand and maybe just leave you alone. But at least you are sharing it with everybody. And when you share it, it's much more likely to happen. For example, Samantha and I, we want to have a sabbatical year. We want to go somewhere for a year, okay? Hopefully after Christmas. Once COVID becomes a bit more manageable, we want to sublet our apartment here, someone that takes care of our cat, and then we want to actually travel maybe to Spain for 1 or 2 months with our daughter, and then we want to go somewhere else, maybe Central America, South America, or maybe Asia, and we want to have a sabbatical year where we can have fun, we can do water sports, we can eat delicious food, and we can spend time with our daughter and still work, still do these sessions and still create content. But we have the ability to have online income, right? So I'm sharing that with everybody, my parents, Samantha's parents, my friends in Spain, everybody. I'm sharing it with everybody, with you guys. And guess what happens? When you start sharing, first, you kind of have to do it because you are telling everybody. So you are keeping yourself accountable because someone else is going to be asking you about that. Second, they may help you, they may give you ideas, they may be excited about you, they may even think themselves about doing it too. So you may be inspiring other people, or you may be calling in help, calling in, like I have a friend that has a friend in Hawaii that he has done all those countries, and he just sent me a recording telling me advantages and disadvantages of Central America versus Asia and where to go and stuff like that. So all of a sudden I'm starting to receive help, guidance. A friend told me places to find homes. You know what I mean? The more you share, the more you get. So share it with the world, okay? And then the last one, get yourself in the right mindset. This is the last one. Get yourself in the right mindset. How to do that? By everything that I told you guys, by watching a photo, seeing a photo, by creating a life vision that when you look at it, you are inspired, by creating a self-care list that reminds you of all the activities that you can do in just a few seconds to raise your energy, by listening to something that you like, by watching a video that makes you laugh, by visualizing, closing your eyes and really visualizing yourself in that new reality. And again, I have a course about self-care here on Inside Timer that you can take. It's a 10-day course, and I guide you through a visualization. I guide you through affirmations. Affirmations is something that I use a lot, and I record myself saying the affirmations, and I have them, I listen to them sometimes, because sometimes I don't want to read them. But if you look on the back of my live vision, guess what I have? Look, affirmations. And I read them to me. I release my negative thoughts, embracing positivity and optimism. I am a strong individual who attracts success and happiness. I am a great person, great dad, great husband, and great friend. So when I read these things, guys, I almost cry because I'm so proud of being able to be a good dad to my daughter. It's just so amazing, right? And that helps me be more patient, helps me get inspired, motivated, and really appreciate what's important in life. Okay? So guys, this has been a lot of stuff I just dumped on you. I know it's a lot. I know now it's the time for you to take action and just take a few things like that you resonated with the most. Elroy Spoon, Paul's affirmation on Inside Timer is a fantastic compliment to this. Amazing, thank you. I will check that out. I don't think I know him. Elroy Spoon. See guys, just check what I'm doing right now. So I see something I want in my life. I see something I want to share. I want to check in my life. So I put it on my to-do list here, right here. I don't know if you can see it, but and then I forget about it, but I know that it's on my list. I know that I will do it. And sometimes I may have this list that looks very messy, but this is my master list. From here, if it's something about a course, I will put it in my course list. If it's something about home, I will write it on the board because I say that I work better with home stuff on that board. If it's something that belongs about emails, I will put it on my Google Keep in my email section. So I do have systems for everything that became automatic, became a habit. So this list is just making sure that I don't forget it. But once I do it, I will scratch it and then I will just take the list away. In this case, what I will do, I will go to Inside Timer after this session, I will check him out and I will put it on my favorites, and then I will put it to another thing I have in the kitchen that I just created yesterday. I have a section on my board that says content to watch and to listen to while cooking and doing chores at home. And I will add there a few things, not like 25 things, just maybe 3 things of stuff that I want to listen to, stuff that someone recommended. And then all of a sudden, when I'm cooking, when I'm doing dishes, when I'm doing the laundry, I can listen to something that inspires me. I can discover new things. And when I discover new things, my energy rises, my mindset changes. And then I go back to my life and I can be a different person. I can be a more patient, more fulfilled, more fun person. So strategies for you to try, guys. Thank you for this incredible life. So needed this. Thank you so much for this session, Emilio. It's a lot of use. Emilio, thank you for sharing so many great tips and recommendations. Amazing, guys. I'm pretty sure you may have something that you are doing that works. Feel free to share it here. Feel free to share it in the circle. Share how things are going with you in the circle. Okay, the circle is called Your Thriving Lifestyle, or you can just type Emilio Jose Garcia and you will find it here on Insight Timer. You can also find me on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Just type it on Google and you will find me very easily. I donated, I didn't pop up yet. Jenna, okay, Jenna, I'm running it here to make sure that I get it, and if I don't, I will tell Insight Timer, okay? Yeah, so thank you so much for donating, Sarah. If you guys found value on this call, just letting you know that I don't get paid for this call, so any donations that you can spare for me, that's great. That helps me support these live calls and support me and my work. And I only want you to donate if what I'm teaching you, you're gonna get 10% the value of what you donate. So if you wanna donate $20 and you need to get $200 back, okay? If you can save $200, if you can, I know that with mental health and self-care, there is no price tag attached to it, but just think about this. If this session helps you be more intentional, more focused, and that allows you to be more productive, and that allows you to be better at work, and have more time to create art, and have, like, just put a price tag on that. And then I want you to only donate 10% of that, okay? So if you can create $200 extra in your life, just donate $20. If you can create 10, just $1. And if you can't, that's totally okay. I know that sometimes life is hard, and I know sometimes resources are not abundant, and I understand that. Got the end of the session, but learn a lot in it. Sharon, I am recording this session and I will publish it on Insight Timer, so don't worry. You are covered, okay? Okay, guys, so it's been 1 hour and 12 minutes. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Thank you, Christine, for your donation. If you don't have any other questions, next week, I don't have anything planned, but I was planning on doing one of the calls, one of the live sessions to be like what I did on Tuesday. It's like I have a set of questions that are about how clutter impacts every area of your life. So I can go through those questions and then work on that awareness with you guys. Thank you so much for your donations, CJ, Violeta, Christine, amazing. So I can do one session like that, and then procrastinating. Okay, let me see procrastinating. I love the question session. So one of the sessions for sure is gonna be those questions that are created by the ICD, that is called Institute for Chronically Disorganized. So they're very, very powerful. And then I can look into the procrastination and see if I feel confident enough to cover that topic. Okay, if I don't, any other ideas, guys? Do you guys enjoy sessions like today's? Or do you guys enjoy more the session where I actually do a little bit of meditation, practice, visualization, and it's a little bit more spiritual? Which one do you guys like most? You have given us enough to work until then, yeah. So do you guys then just type 1 or 2, okay? Number 1, you like sessions like this one, no spiritual practice at all. Number 2, you like a session where there is like this one and a little bit of practice. 1 or 2. Both, but this is great. I would like both. I've only been in 2 of your sessions so far. A mix with spiritual and meditation. Number 2. Okay. Number 1. Okay. Sometimes, guys, like today's session, for example, it's a lot of content, and it's great that you guys listen to this, and it's great that you put it in your mind. But until you actually embody these things, until you actually like tap into yourself and become aware from an emotional point of view, from a spiritual point of view, it's very difficult to actually do it. So that's why 1 and 2, I think you guys are right. 1 and 2, it's a good fit. Maybe every week I do 1 session and then the other session is that, or maybe the same session can be, yeah, okay. So it sounds good. I think I have enough. Today was super practical and helpful. Another option I have is that using my iPhone and then actually going through my home and showing you the things that we do and why we do them and how we organize our kitchen and how we organize our stuff, the board that I have and how we use it. And I don't know, that can be maybe a fun session too, so that you can have a peek into how we live and the things that we do and why we do them. I don't know where I'll be next week, but I'll know then. Okay, I agree with that. Alternate both, so mostly ideas and a bit of practice pathway through. Okay, creative, I like that too. Yes. Okay. So I think we are good to go then. Guys, have an amazing weekend. Make sure that if you need more, just listen to my recorded sessions on Insight Timer. Okay, I have a lot of them. Yeah, just start practicing these things that I share with you guys, the timer method. Start create your life vision. Just create whatever you need, your self-care list. Maybe focus on one method and dive deeper. Okay. What time Tuesday? I always do 10 a.m. Eastern time. Jenna. Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. Canada time. So Eastern time. Okay. Okay. And feel free to join the circle, Emilio Jose Garcia or Your Thriving Lifestyle, and then sharing there your progress, sharing there any questions you may have. And make sure that you check my self-care course on Insight Timer too if you are interested, because it's very practical and I'm gonna give you very practical tools to really tune into yourself, to really find those questions, find that awareness, and find what is it really that you want in your life and the things that you have to work through. Okay, guys, I'm going now. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Friday, happy weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Okay, adios.